One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the Seattle Seahawks, but if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. We are getting really close to 10,000 subscribers, and if this video gets 100 likes, I will do a 10-year rebuild of the top comment. So comment a 10-year rebuild that you want me to do, but of course, first this video has to get to 100 likes. But not wasting any time, moving into the video, Geno Smith is our quarterback for right now. In real life, he's a solid quarterback. Last year, he played definitely above average, got a nice contract for himself. He's a starter on the team, but let's be real here. This year hasn't been nearly as good for the Seahawks as last year. You would figure they would do better because their defense has a lot of improvements. Bringing back Bobby Wagner, you get Devin Bush as a, as a depth player. Devin Bush isn't crazy, of course, but still, he's not bad necessarily. He's just meh, I would say. A lot of athleticism, not much skill. Leonard Williams, I feel like was a good trade. I could move him inside to, actually I'm going to do that. I'm going to move him inside to defensive tackle. I'm going to have a Wosu rushing off the edge. I'll leave him at outside linebacker for now. Actually, I'll just put him inside so that way we can move that out of the way. Wosu is just going to move down, not to technically inside, but to the outside to defensive end more than outside linebacker. I know he profiles as an outside linebacker, but still, Leonard Williams moves inside to defensive tackle, which leaves Wosu on the end. I'm going to refresh the roster so that way the AI keeps up with it. Devin Witherspoon, he's been great this year for the Seahawks. Maybe Jalen Carter was in question, but still, I'm not completely discrediting Witherspoon. Witherspoon's been great. Jalen Carter's been great. There was a lot of controversy in the draft that Jalen Carter was going to go to the Seahawks at 5. Devin Witherspoon's a baller. Tariq Woolen is a baller as well. And then this defense, like, it really hasn't been holding up as much as I expected. I expected this defense to be like top 3 all around, but honestly, they've had a lot of blowout games. Like, the Ravens blew them out. Yes, I understand. It's like the Ravens, but still. And this offense, I expected it to do a lot better with JSN, Charbonnet. They never used Charbonnet, honestly. But overall, this team has definitely a bright future. You got DK, JSN, K9, Charbonnet. Gonna need a new long-term quarterback. O-line isn't the worst, I would say. There's some potential here. Interior needs some fixing. Abraham Luke is pretty underrated. Charles Cross has been solid. Noah Fant, meh. And then defense, definitely a lot to like there. But anyways, guys, apart from that, those are just my opinions. Please don't take off my head. But anyways, let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are in the playoffs, 3-3, but top of the division. The Niners seem 3-4. Cardinals and Rams are doing Cardinals and Rams things. Scouting national focus, it's going to have to be QB. I'm not going to import realistic draft classes, because realistic draft classes, I don't think they're realistic until the draft comes, because draft positions switch so much. Like Kyle Trask going into his draft year was projected to be a top 10 pick. Then he fell to the second round, and now Kyle Trask is trash for the Buccaneers, and he's a backup. Like, the projections for players can change so quickly, so that's why I use auto-generated players until we get around to the free agency period in March. But Jordan Brooks, I only have 7.7 million. Who's consuming all my money? I want Leonard Williams back because, you know, we just got him. I want all these guys, but 7.7 million is rough. Who are we obscenely overpaying to be at 7.7 million? We're not overpaying Geno Smith. I know that. Who are we, like, it's crazy that we're overpaying some people. Jamal Adams, that's fine. Who? Who is this guy? 68 overall, getting paid 3 million? Out of here. Not gonna allow that on my team. Anyways, Damian Lewis is getting paid a decent bit. Jamal Adams, Drew Lock. Drew Lock is getting paid quite a bit. I mean, not crazy, but all these contracts really aren't bad. What about, like, Wosu is getting paid hella. DK, Lockett, Draymond. Draymond Jones is a bad contract. He's not a horrible player, but it's a bad contract if we're being real. I want to see this. 26 years old, star dev, 77 overall. 18 million? 18 million a year for a 77 overall star dev player. I want to trade that, but I can't because I'll take a penalty. So I'll just deal with it for now. For right now, I'm not even going to worry about negotiations. I'll figure it out in the offseason, hopefully. Let's move into the playoffs. And we're finishing 7-10 and missing the playoffs. That's just EA for you. Coming off a win to the Cardinals. The Cardinals finish at bottom of the division. I can see the standings in real life. Obviously, this order is correct in my eyes, but obviously, it's just like, not really the right records, but it is what it is. We're going to see what we got for the stats and awards, though. How is Geno doing? Geno was doing good in yards. Pass rating is a little bit below average. Touchdowns are solid. 15th best offense, 14th best defense. Just a mid team. 15 touchdowns to 25. No, 25 touchdowns to 15 receptions. Just not ideal. 94 passer rating. K9, 10 touchdowns, 4.2 per carry. Solid season. DK, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. JSN, getting a pretty good rookie year for sure. Tyler Lockett, 5 touchdowns, 900 yards. Noah Fant doing solid for a tight end. Bobby Wagner, 145 tackles. Tackles for a loss. 16 for Leonard Williams. Sacks, 5 for Leonard Williams. That's it? Really? What did Uchenna Nwosu do? He did nothing. 1.5 sacks? You're a pass rusher. Not a run stuffer, but sure. 14 tackles for a loss. 3 interceptions for Bobby Wagner. Safeties on the team, 1 for Frank Clark. And defensive touchdowns is 0. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see what we got in the offseason. And if I could move to the offseason, but it always makes me misclick, let's just move into it. And the Cowboys beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. Micah Parsons wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins the league MVP. Mike McCarthy wins Coach of the Year. Dak Prescott also wins Offensive Player of the Year. Okay. TJ Watt gets Defensive Player of the Year. Rashee Rice, Rookie of the Year. And Will Anderson with Defensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, CJ Stroud. It's undebatable at this point. Oh, well, you can argue Puka Nacua. Yeah, you could. But at the end of the day, we all know who's getting it. We are the NFC West, I believe. Our fullback retires, and a bunch of other players that are not on our team retires. So that's cool. Not going to read out each individual one. I care about my team and my team alone. Maybe a little bit about the other teams in our division, but that's about it. Geno is regressing. He already dropped without the morale down. 3 overalls. JSN, superstar. Anything else for upgrades? No. Defensively, Tariq Woolen is superstar dev. Devin Witherspoon, I'm surprised he didn't come with superstar dev. That would be sick. Anything else? No. Nothing that I see. So apart from that, guys, let's see what we got for the re-signings. We now have 23 million, but I don't know if that's enough. For the re-signings, I want to prioritize Jordan Brooks. He wants to be paid like an edge rusher. You're not an edge rusher, but we'll wait on that. Devin Bush, Noah Fant. Noah Fant's not a bad signing, depending on, he wants 8 million, dude. Come on. Leonard Williams, we just got. I'll do a 2-year contract with Leonard Williams. He had the most sacks and tackles for a loss on our team. There goes most of our money. Do I tag Jordan Brooks? Like, I don't want to pay him as much as an edge rusher, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to tank this contract. I'm going to tag Jordan Brooks. I know this seems like a really bad way of going at it, but I don't know what to do necessarily because I don't really need Devin Bush. And I want Damian Lewis back for sure. That's the thing that I want to lock down. Damian Lewis on a 3-year. Should have put him on a 4-year, but he resigns. Going to get Jordan Brooks back. We're losing Devin Bush, Noah Fant, and the rest of these guys, which I don't really care about. But apart from that, guys, seems good to me. Let's move in to the draft. In the draft, I'm picking up QB Ben Hudson out of Wisconsin, 6'3", 225, hidden dev, 95 throw power, only 74 speed, 85 change of direction. A's across the board. He had elite strength and elite throw power, so that's why I took him. He's going to be our QB of the future. In the 3rd round, I'm picking up right guard Hayden Salisbury out of Virginia, 6'4", 307, hidden dev, 87 strength. A's across the board. He looks great. Year number 2 for the Seahawks. This is what we got going for the team. 76 overall for Salisbury. Hudson is a 74. Geno Smith can be his mentor. He's got 3 really good receivers here. Will Disley's going to be the starting tight end. I didn't find a replacement. But defensively, I know a lot of people aren't going to like this. I'm not paying Draymond Jones 18+ million a year. I can take the cap hit this year, but I'm not paying it off. I'm not paying that. That's a ridiculous cap hit. He's going to go to the Cardinals. Give me a 2nd-round pick for him. Does that sound fair? According to Madden. We don't have the money to trade him away, which is really stupid. It's like I'm trying to clear cap. That's the entire point of the trade. Devin Witherspoon's getting paid. Tyler Lockett's getting paid $26 million. Quandre Diggs, $21 million. Leonard Williams, $14. Jordan Brooks, $19 on his tag. That's outrageous. Jaron Reed is getting paid $5 million. I kind of want to trade. Jason Myers is getting paid $5 million. I'm getting rid of him, and I'm getting rid of Geno's contract. Should I do all that? I'm gonna cut Jason Myers. I drafted a kicker too, so there's no need to worry about this. Yeah, I drafted this guy. I'm gonna cut Jason Myers. I'm not paying a kicker $5 million a year unless it's Justin Tucker. I don't care if I just took a cap penalty there. It doesn't matter to me because in the future, I don't have to pay this kicker that I just drafted, and I just drafted a punter too. So Michael Dixon, I won't have to re-sign because I drafted a punter and a kicker that I don't have to pay for the next 4 years. But Draymond Jones' contract is awful, dude. Anyways, let's just move into the midseason mark. 0-6. Hudson is not doing too hot. All right, coming off a loss to the Niners. Is Hudson starting? It's Geno. Stop adjusting my roster, EA. This is what I hate so much. I'm going to put Hudson. Geno started us 0-6, which sucks. Pick this guy in the second round, Garrett, who's already up to a 79 overall. I don't have a middle linebacker. Where did Bobby Wagner go? I did not see him even on there. Did he just flat out retire and the game just didn't tell me? Okay, Jordan Brooks is going back to middle linebacker. This way his contract will be cheaper anyway, so it's kind of a win-win situation. I'm doing it because we need a middle linebacker, and man, that's so stupid. That's so dumb. It adjusted my roster. Didn't even tell me that Bobby Wagner left. Julian Love is on this team too. And Draymond Jones isn't even getting the snaps. I'm paying you so much money and you're not even getting snaps, dude. Oh my god. AI completely adjusted my roster and started us 0-6. That's very frustrating. Scouting national focus. I'm going to do... Should I do defensive tackle? I want to do edge rusher, so it's going to do outside linebacker for me. It's not a weakness of the class because I like moving outside linebackers down to defensive ends because they're a lot faster and it makes it a lot easier to get sacks. Players ready to negotiate. $10 million left. Jordan Brooks, contract significantly cheaper because he's playing middle linebacker. We'll do that in 5 years. So he resigns. And then Julian Love, I don't need. Quandre Diggs' contract is through the roof. I wouldn't mind him back for one year. It's $21 million right now. I wouldn't mind $10 million for a year, but I can't pay that. Jerron Reed's contract is through the roof as well. They just backloaded a bunch of their contracts, which really screwed me. I didn't think this would actually be a cap situation with the Seahawks, but anyways, I got to get rid of Geno Smith after this season. Actually, should I do it now? Am I going to take a massive cap hit if I cut Geno Smith's contract now? Is it like fully guaranteed? Because I know he has a mentor tag, but I'm not going to pay $30 million for a mentor tag. I would save a little bit of money by cutting Geno. I'm going to cut Geno. I save money. I don't need them at all. Like, I think the AI might sign someone. They might sign Geno back, so I don't want that to happen and Hudson not to get his reps. So I'm going to sign a new quarterback, Geno Smith, mentor, and Andy Dalton. He always retires every time I have him on my team. So I'm just going to sign Andy Dalton here just as a cheaper mentor that doesn't cost $30 million for me. I have a new quarterback. I need to clear money on the team so that way I can actually re-sign the players that I want to keep, obviously. And everything looks good right now. We're going to start him. Specialist, put Draymond Jones here, put Brooks above him, and everything else looks pretty good from there. So apart from that, guys, hopefully we can make a complete turnaround on it this season, but it's going to start with the Eagles. Let's move into the playoffs. Finishing 6-11 with Hudson at quarterback. Team ranks are just mid, coming off a win to the Dolphins. I mean, Hudson, obviously his stats aren't going to look good because he only played half the season. 21st best offense, 22nd best defense. 12-7 though, interceptions quite a bit. Passer rating could be better. K9, 18 touchdowns, 4.8 per carry, 1,300 yards is a great year. DK almost 1,200 yards, but only 4 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett only 3 touchdowns, almost 900 yards. JSN down season from last year. Jordan Brooks 119 tackles for a loss, 22 for Uchenna Nwosu, sacks 7.5 for Leonard Williams, 6.5 for Uchenna Nwosu, 4 interceptions for Jamal Adams, safety, 0 defensive touchdowns, 1 for Tariq Woolen. I know it's a very slow start to this season. It's year 2 and we haven't made the playoffs, but trust the process. Year number 3, let's move into it. Cowboys make back-to-back Super Bowls, but this time they lose to Joe Burrow as he wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. And it looks like they got the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jerry Knighton, defensive back. But no Rookie of the Year for us because Hudson didn't start for half the season, which was very frustrating to deal with. So now he doesn't have a potential dev up, but let's see what his dev is right now. It's only star. We can still develop that. Obviously, it's better than nothing, but my guard has superstar dev, which is awesome. Defensively, Uchenna Nwosu gets superstar. Draymond Jones gets superstar. I still don't want that contract. He's like a 79. How did he even get superstar? Like, it wasn't even that crazy of a season. But anyways, Draymond Jones, I guess I'll keep for another year. I want to restructure his contract. Well, that doesn't entirely wipe it away, but let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Charles Cross, of course I'm going to accept his 5th-year option. He's our franchise left tackle. I don't need a second-string strong safety. Quandre Diggs, I wouldn't mind back. Let's do 1 year and increase the bonus even more. He re-signs on that. Trey Brown, don't need. Jerron Reed, 1 more year as depth would not be a bad contract as long as it's not being overpaid. and I'll find a new tight end. I have 14 million. That's not really enough, too much to do anything in free agency. I'd rather save it for the rest of the team. Let's move into the draft. This receiver looks sick at pick number 8. He looks so good. The skills are crazy. I don't need a wide receiver 4, but I could trade away Tyler Lockett's contract. He looks so sick. I think I'm going to pass, though, just because it's not a position of need. I might just entirely trade back. No, actually, I've convinced myself. Tyler Lockett is going to be gone. Tracy Hanna out of USC looks sick. 6'4", 221 pounds, elite strength, A's across the board. Tracy Hanna, hidden dev, 6'4", 221 out of USC. Looks great. I'm going to trade away Tyler Lockett because this guy just looks sick. And guess what? I don't got to pay him $21 million a year. This is the team, year number 3 for us. Picked up this guy in the 3rd round. He has normal dev, but he's a left guard. I'm going to move him inside to center so that way we can have, of course, a higher overall center. And I forgot to get a tight end once again, so this guy, Aldridge, is going to be starting there. Hanna is a 79 overall. That is really, really good. Really good for a rookie. Glad I made that decision. Tyler Lockett, I'm not paying your awful contract anymore. Someone can have you. Who wants you here? It is the Browns. The Browns will be in negative cap room if they take that contract. Anyone will be in positive? The Commanders. Can I just wash out his career and just send him to the Commanders? The Packers don't want him. The Packers need receivers, bro. Come on, the Panthers. The Patriots don't want him. Patriots receiver's a need, dude. Come on. How about a 2nd and a 3rd? Imagine if I could get both of those for old Tyler Lockett. No, can't do that. 2nd round pick, Tyler Lockett, and how about a 5th for your 2nd round pick? And boom, Tyler Lockett and a 5th for a 2nd round pick from the Patriots. And I can trade away his garbage contract, get Hanna on the field. Hanna, will he be a slot? JSN is the slot. I'll put Hanna in the slot for now. Specialist, want Draymond Jones coming off the edge because I'm paying him way too much. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Donaldson. And yeah, team looks pretty good. Like what we got offensively, especially offensively. Defensively, what do we have? Donaldson, I'll just start because why not? And everyone else looks pretty good. 85 overall team. Hopefully Hudson can lead us to a playoff year this year. Year number 3. Let's move into the midseason. 3-3 at the midseason mark. Looking all right. Our team ranks. Our offensive passing game is just awful. Why? Is Hudson just trash? I'd trade away Tyler Lockett, and the AI is like, nope, no more wins for you. I did not mean to do defensive tackle for the scouting national focus. I'll just do middle linebacker because it's nice to have depth there. Stupid that my offensive passing game isn't working out. Like, come on, dude. What more do you want? 169 million now that I cleared out all that garbage cap from the AI. DK, I'm going to put on a 5-year deal. K9, I'm going to put on a 5-year deal as well. Bunch of cap room now. Tariq Woolen gonna put on a long-term cap. If I didn't get rid of a lot of this cap, I would not be able to do this. Draymond Jones, I'd be happy to have you back at 11 million, not 18 million. How about that? Jamal Adams, I'll have back as well. 3-year contract, 10 million a year. I'll take that. Abraham Lucas, you're my franchise right tackle for now. You're gonna re-sign. Boye Mafe, no, I'm good. Kobe Bryant, depth. Leonard Williams, I wouldn't mind back for another year, for the 4th year. Boye Mafe is not bad, but it's like, am I going to pay him $15 million? Hell no. Kobe Bryant's not bad depth. $3 million isn't horrible. 2-year deal. Resign on that. Quandre Diggs, he's going to regress pretty hard. I feel like I can find someone in free agency with all this extra money I have now. Same thing with Jerron Reed. JSN, Devin Witherspoon, I'll both accept their 5th-year options. I have a lot of money for free agency, so it's something to look forward to for the offseason. But for right now, let's try to make the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 12-5, 2nd in the division. That's so dumb. Divisions are so dumb. The 12-5 team that is significantly better has to play at the home field advantage of the Chicago Bears because they're 8-9, their division is trash. Sorry that I play in a contested division. What a dumb way to determine the playoffs. Coming off a win to the Jaguars, stats and awards, year 3, Hudson is actually doing solid. He needs more touchdowns than that though. 12th best offense, 14th best defense. 4,100 yards, 26 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Basically Geno numbers, but 101 pass rating is nice. Kenneth Walker, 15 touchdowns, 5.0 per carry, and 1,200 yards with only 244 carries. That's actually really good. Give him the ball more. DK Metcalf, 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns. Hanna, 7 touchdowns, 800 yards. JSN, I expected him to do better than that at a superstar. Jordan Brooks, 103 tackles for a loss, 19 for Uchenna Nwosu, sacks 10 for Uchenna Nwosu, 6.5 for Leonard Williams, interceptions 4 for Jamal Adams, safeties on team 1 for Draymond Jones, defensive touchdowns is 0. So we're gonna see what we got against the 8-9 Bears. I don't care if I'm playing them at home, dude. Come on, it's the 8-9 Bears versus my 86 overall team. Let's see what we got. We're going to win 27-23 here to face the 15-2 Dallas Cowboys. They're an 89 overall. We can definitely lose this. They're cracked in simulation. I think they'll beat them in real life. I think the Cowboys will beat the Seahawks in real life in this upcoming primetime game. But, of course, we lose 28-20. Let's move into the 4th and final season. The Raiders beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl 38-24. Josh Jacobs wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins another league MVP. CeeDee Lamb gets Offensive Player of the Year. Tracy Hanna gets Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course. And he's probably going to have Superstar Dev now, if not X Factor if he came with Superstar Dev. I hope he would because he looks like a baller. And he's going to have Superstar Dev, so he came with Star Dev. I don't know who this guy is, Ray Rice, resurrected. But Hudson doing all right, I guess. And defensively, what do we got? Donaldson's a star dev, not really much of an interest. Nothing really changed here. So, other than that, let's move into the re-signings. Don't think I want to re-sign anyone, and then hopefully stack out the team in free agency. So, yeah. For the players ready to negotiate, I'll accept the option of JSN and Devin Witherspoon. And then Boye Mafe, again, I'm not paying you $15 million. I think I can find someone better than Quandre Diggs in free agency, and if I can't, let's just pick up Quandre Diggs again. So apart from that, nothing really to re-sign. Let's move into free agency. Now we got an absolute great free agency class. Got Chardavius Ward as depth. It got Tyrann Mathieu, who's a higher overall safety, and has superstar dev over Quandre Diggs. DeMarcus Lawrence, an X-Factor edge rusher. TJ Edwards, Quincy Williams, Cade Otton, Michael Pierce, and Derek Nottie. All defensive guys except for Cade Otton there. So huge overall improvement to the team. 88 overall team. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Tyreek Blackburn out of California, 6'2", 306, hidden dev, 92 strength is great for a rookie, A power moves, A play rec, B awareness. He looks great. In the second round, I'm picking up tight end Torrey Coleman out of Virginia. We don't really need anything else. He's 6'6", 242, hidden dev, great athleticism, A's across the board. He looks sick. And with my other second round pick for trading away Tyler Lockett, Shane Northcutt out of Louisville, 6', 233, 91 speed, hidden dev, A man coverage, B zone coverage. He will be playing depth. Now this is the team moving into the 4th and final season. Coleman is a 74 overall. Just moving to second string. Cade Otton can still be the starter. Team looks great. Team looks really, really good. JSN's playing in the slot, so I'll move Hannah over to the number 2. I mean, he's 6'4", so that's really, really good. Hudson only gets up to an 82 with just the XB. Blackburn is a 75 overall. Blackburn, he will eventually go over Derek Nottie in overall. I don't want Uchenna Nwosu being the second string. I would like Draymond Jones to be the second string. Uchenna Nwosu just had so many sacks. Isn't Draymond Jones a left end? Yeah, you're a left end. Why is Uchenna Nwosu lower than you? He had 10 sacks. You didn't. Because he's the same overall? No. Oh, my God. Can I cut this guy? Mike Morris. Put Draymond Jones at second string, AI. God, that's so annoying. It won't do it. It won't do it. And I'm not going to go through all this again. God, that's annoying. Northcutt's a 73. And everything else looks pretty good. Specialist. Uchenna Nwosu's rushing off the edge, but he doesn't get a starting job. What? It's so stupid. So dumb. Offensively, move JSN back down, move Coleman back up. Team looks good. 4th and final year. Pretty sure we'll make the playoffs. We're an 88, 89 overall team, and 88. Let's move in to the 4th and final season and the playoffs. 14-3, top of the division, no first round bye. Crazy. Coming off a win to the 49ers. The Eagles go 8-9 with that team. I have a 90 overall team. What did Hudson do for us? Very good. Huge step up. Second best offense in the NFL. Defensively, we are the second best as well. 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns. A little bit... interceptions aren't horrible, but they're not good either. 13 interceptions, 96 passer rating. K9, 21 touchdowns, 5.8 per carry, 1,700 yards. Get this boy X Factor. DK, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. JSN, 11 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Tracy with 4 touchdowns, 800 yards. Looking at it defensively, TJ Edwards, 11 not 11, 111 tackles for a loss, 12 for Draymond Jones, sacks 14 for DeMarcus Lawrence, 10.5 for Leonard Williams, 7 for Draymond Jones, 5.5 for Uchenna Nwosu, 3 interceptions for Quincy Williams, safeties, 1 for DeMarcus Lawrence and Uchenna Nwosu, 1 defensive touchdown for Tariq Woolen. So, we got to win it this year. Eagles are a really hard matchup round 1 despite their record. We could lose off rip, but I hope we don't. That's the series. That's the episode for you. Oh, Vic, you suck. You suck. I built a 14-3 team. I built a 90 overall 14-3 team. And I'm pretty sure EA doesn't know how to do math because 92 plus 90 divided by 2 is 91 overall. But sure, EA. Let's just go with that. But 90 overall, 14-3. Look at my team ranks. Baller, bro. Like, that's just EA for you. They'll be like, oh, well, we made it very realistic. But also at the same time, playbooks are the only thing that matters. And if you're using the team, you're more likely not to win. 14-3. We lose to the 8-9 Eagles off the rip. I knew they were a hard team. I didn't think we were going to lose off rip like that. What an unfortunate way to end the rebuild. I built such a good team, too. The Cowboys, again, of course, make the Super Bowl because they're the Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. And there are no other awards here for your Seattle Seahawks. What a just super lame way to end the video. I hate doing a rebuild like this where I have to end it whenever I have a really good team because, like, it's part of the rules. Sure, I could do a 5th year. I don't think it would make a difference. K9 gets up to X Factor because a lot of these guys are on their last years of their contract. DeMarcus Lawrence is regressing. Like, same thing with Leonard Williams. It's unfortunate. It really is. This was the time to win, and we lose in the wild card at a 14-3 record with all green team ranks because that's just EA for you. But anyways, guys, hope you guys all enjoyed despite the outcome, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.